Om Shri Sai Ram. Let me at the outset offer my humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Baba. My humble Sai Rams to our revered and respected elders, our sisters and brothers, and to all the wonderful children of the loving Sai family. It is a joy to once again welcome all of you to yet another divine offering of Saicast. I take the privilege of placing before all of you today the divine message of Baba, which is titled The Rules of Being in God's Divine Company. This message from our beloved Baba is a must-read, must-follow message by all whom destiny has brought on the spiritual path. This particular message is a very candid message as it very clearly brings out all the rules which need to be followed by a spiritual aspirant to be in God's divine company. Baba says, you may have read plenty of spiritual literature and would have spent several months and years offering prayers to God and would be even now continuing with these routines. But so long as you do not follow the divine instructions and commandments in letter and spirit, the grace of God would not be forthcoming. Discipline, decorum, and observing the rules of spiritual life are key for earning God's grace. When you follow these rules, you are blessed with love and peace. Loving God with your whole heart is very important, and it is with this love that you establish an intimacy with God. Swami says that every slip on the spiritual ladder is dangerous. Any wrong thought and wrong action can be disastrous. You may lose everything that you have earned spiritually and may have to start afresh. Spirituality is a dangerous game which can only be won by sincere obedience, extraordinary sacrifice, and total surrender to the will of God. Maintaining a noble silence, that is Maunam, has to be made into a daily habit. Only Maunam will help you to calm your mind and your senses and help you to reduce all your unnecessary actions and win the grace of God. Let us now listen to the divine message as dictated by Baba. Sai Ram. Om Shri Sai Ram. The rules of being in God's divine company. Reams of spiritual literature you may have read. You may have spent several months and years in offering prayers to God, and even now you may be offering your prayers. You may also have spent several years in God's divine company. However, so long as you do not follow the divine commandments and other divine instructions in letter and spirit, God's grace would not be that easily forthcoming. This is because discipline, decorum, and strict observance of the dictums of the Lord are the key spiritual components which take you into the divine depths of God's kingdom and fill you with His grace. When you follow these divine rules, you are blessed with a truthful life filled with love and peace. Loving God with all your heart is crucial in this whole game of spirituality. Without developing this kind of intimacy with God and sealing it off with the glue of devotion and discipline, no spiritual progress is possible. Every slip on this spiritual ladder is dangerous. If there is an error of judgment or a wrong thought followed by a wrong action, you will straightaway come crashing down and land in the mouth of a snake. This will disturb your personal sadhana, which in many cases will have to be started afresh. Being aware and being careful are two small words to use to try and impress upon the seeker about wrongful actions and the consequent slip and fall. Spirituality is a dangerous game which can be won only by sincere obedience, extraordinary tyaga, that is sacrifice, and total surrender to the will of God. It is only after many weeks and months of noble silence, that is maunam, and humble surrender, that you can learn to control your mind and the senses. So long as your mind and your senses are not tied up in knots, it will keep you knotted. Therefore, untangle the web of desires, remain calm and in deep silence, reduce all kinds of unnecessary actions and activities, and win the grace of God. There is no other way, my dear children. Make life worth living. Seek God and redeem yourself. My love and blessings to all my children. Your Swami. Jai Sai Ram.